Hello, this is Rebirth of Legend here with another replay analysis. We're going to be looking at an Alchemist game. This is specifically, let's go over to here. What should the Alchemist have done to win this game? Here's the ID. He farmed like crazy and died too much. Should he have fought more earlier on? It's a pretty good question. So, we're looking at the Dota buff while this pick phase goes through. I don't really care about that. Looks like it's going to be a safe lane Alchemist, probably dual lanes. And he'll be against offlane Mirana or offlane Tree. So I think what we're gonna see. Actually, I lost my Dota buff plus, so I can't view farm per minute. But what I imagine we're gonna see in this game is he's not utilizing or maximizing his farm in the laning phase. He's probably farming too much and not fighting enough. Which is something that Battle Fury build like puts you towards. There was a while before like the advent of that Radiance build where I wasn't quite sure how to build Alchemist. Radiance felt like the right item, but then you're still kind of squishy. But the Octarine, so I'd usually go hard after that. Like I'd go like Radiance Blink Heart with like Treads or something or Travels, and I'd use that to actually be in fights and be helpful. Because it's kind of awkward when you build them like this because the Battle Fury doesn't give you damage. It gives you like a small amount of damage, doesn't really synergize with your BAT. So it's 100% a farming item, right? So it doesn't really help you in fights. And you can't really gap close to like hit people, so that makes it kind of awkward. Then you have an AC, so now you're kind of a little more tanky. And then when you get a harder and abyssal, then you're actually tanky, and maybe you can actually do some damage. But like when you're talking like 3 items in until you're combat efficient, like that's not very good because that's like 25k gold right there, right? So it's 5, 10, 15. Yeah, so it's like 20, yeah, it's about 25. So that's what we're gonna try and look at this game. Because like, if I'm playing a safe lane Alchemist, which I'm pretty sure this guy's gonna, if he does build it's atrocious, but I really imagine he won't be. Are they all playing the win range? Maybe he is mid.
That this one.
30 seconds until this place goes ham.
If he's mid, the Battle Fury is quite bad. Like really, really bad.
Game starts! It starts! We started!
Wow, okay, it's a mid. So we'll just talk about this build. Looking at this, you're probably against Zeus. Okay, I think it's fine to open these 3. Probably don't need the 2 sticks. He's not really going to contest you with last hits. And you probably want to rush a bottle to deal with this harass. Because this harass is going to be pretty annoying. But, like, the problem is here, like, you can just ignore the right clicks, right? Like, Zeus is so weak. He's just going to harass you with other stuff. So what you want to do is, like, you need to put that acid even more far forward. Like, he wants to barely touch the enemy creep wave with the acid and push it as far as Zeus. Like, there's heroes who can trade with you, so they'll walk past the acid. Zeus is not one of them. He's not going to walk past the acid to try to trade right clicks with you. You need to just get in the space. So he does rush the bottle. Like is the 2 branches a big deal? Not really. But unless I'm buying a wand, which on an Alch I'd probably, honestly, I probably wouldn't even bother. I would say, see, this is another one where that acid spray
man, first blood just splattered!
This is actually something I want to talk about. Knowing your acid spray positioning is actually a lane-changing ability. Like, when you're against the Zeus, it needs to be as far up as humanly possible. Like if you want, you can even just put it on like the range creep, just to zone him out of the lane as much as possible. Because you should force him to stand in the acid if he wants to creep, right? The only time you do acids like this is if you want to be defensive. Like if you're against the melee hero, it's so fucking easy. All you do is just toss the acid dead center. If he wants to creep, he has to walk up into it. You can even push it up a little farther. That way he has more trouble staying in experience range, and then just like walking in for the last hits. So you can push it up a little bit. When you're against like ranged heroes, like Zeus is a no-brainer. You just push it up every time because he can't walk up and trade with you. But like, let's say you're against someone stronger, like a Quap or a Viper or something. Well, if the Viper's competent, it's hard. So we'll just say Quap, alright? So like, if you push this all the way up against the Quap, but you're kind of weak, the Pop will just walk past it and just right-click the shit out of you and like nuke you down, slow you, and kite you. So you need to understand your strength in comparison in the lane and understand where your acid positioning. So if she's weak, like if she's missing half her health and she doesn't have the capacity to walk past the creep wave and trade with you, then you can push your acid up as far as possible. If she's full health, but you recently just got nuked, you're not level 6 yet, you know, then you can't push the acid far, because if she's good, she'll just walk past it or blink over it and then start trading with you, and then you'll be zoned out of the creep wave. So use your acid to control your position. Sorry, to control the mid lane. Like, that's a huge thing. People think like, oh, you just throw acid and you walk away. And that's true, but for the first like 4 minutes of the lane, before you're like level 6, well, I guess we can say 5 minutes, like your acid determines how much you're gonna get out of the lane. Defensive acids versus aggressive acids. And like, if you don't know that, and you're just being stupid with the acid, you're just completely squandering potential. So I think that's like a really, really big thing on Alchemist, is like understanding the acid.
Oh boy, Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
I favor like a poor mid shield start if I'm against like a Quap. It's a Zeus, so you could probably even be right, just not even getting a shield, to be honest. You're getting a wand first and stuff. But I think the shield's pretty good. Just for like farming creeps. But like, you usually have your use both there. See, this is kind of silly. He's standing over here. He could have been
Oh, Dyer's carrier just got killed.
He's got acid in the right place. You can go here and just start attacking this. Like, you're not really gonna zone the Zeus out, right? So what's the point? I mean, he's got a bottle just like you do, and he doesn't have to be anywhere near your acid to creep. Because it's just
Dyer's top tower's under
attack. He just needs to get 2 levels in his acid. I wouldn't go crazy over shit. Well, but you lost a fair amount of HP for it. This guy's dumb. He needed static field. Okay, so talk about this. You need to go like 1-1-1 and usually like arc lighting and static field early on to like harass someone. I also think this guy's not bottle crowing enough. I haven't actually been looking, but I don't think he's secured a rune or bottle crowed since he got it. He's been coasting up the Zeus, not actually harassing him, which is fine, but you should want the mana too, so you can spam more acid. It's like if you don't need to bottle crow, you might as well go down to Soul Ring. Because Soul Ring is so much better on Alchemist. Like, it is so much better. Because your bonus regen from here, see, it gives you bonus mana regen. That gets a benefit. It's kind of weird. Like, you know how CM doesn't get percent-based benefits to her mana regen? Alchemist does. So when you have 12 regen and you get plus 50%, you get 6 more regen on top of this. It's so good having the Soul Ring or any sort of like mana regeneration item. It's like really good. That's why when you see the Octarine, like you'll see your regen jumps to like 35. It's pretty intense. Fuck, I didn't see if you heard this. I think you just got it right.
Dyer's middle tower.
I want to see if he's crowing. I think you just got it ruined. Yeah, he must have just gotten ruined. That's sort of messed up. So I think it's another important thing. Like, if your runes are kind of contested or you're kind of scared to go to them, don't hesitate to just follow crow non-stop. I mean, I do it all the time. 20 creeps at 5 minutes isn't that good. So he's been missing a lot of creeps in the lane, I think. And he's not utilizing the jungle. Like, I'll have a horrible laning phase. Like, I'll be against, like... I was in a lane against a Shadow Fiend, and was an Earthshaker? It was an Earthshaker or Mirana camping me. I can't remember which. And I still had 52 creeps at, like, 10 minutes, which is really bad. That's so shitty.
God.
That's just... so I still had like 52 creeps in like 10 minutes, even though the Shadow Fiend had like 34 to 9. This is the hardest lane I've ever played in. Okay, you just see those Eidolons, you need to be careful. If that Enigma rotates on you, like, the Zeus has substantial burst. It might be kind of close. Another thing is, like, if your lane's like kind of contested, there's nothing wrong with maxing acid first. I only really maxed read first if I'm in the safe line. You can just ult June. You might be able to. You know how to ult? No mana. You just rushed a Blink Dagger. That's another reason why I'd say, like, you want a Battle Fury. Sorry, you want a Radiance on a Battle Fury, because they've got one Blink hero, arguably two Blink heroes, and he can be a third Blink hero. But, like, getting the Radiance means you can control their positioning and their initiation because, like, you can stop those Blink initiation black holes with, like,
Dire's middle tower's under attack.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So it's a lot of squandered, like, potential. And, like, another thing is, like,
Radiant's bottom
when you have the
tower is
Radiance,
under
you can
attack.
safely show up to fights, because that burn, like, when you get, like, the 11-minute, 13-minute Radiance or whatever, that burn damage is huge. Like, let's look at Mirana. Okay, she's got some stat items. She has 800 HP. You're gonna fight for 10 seconds, you just did 500 magic damage just by existing. So most people blow, like, their primary nukes or something, like, his ult goes off, and you're in the fight, and you can just run at people and just not care. Like, that's the strength of your hero. And the Radiance lets you synergize to that. Like, obviously, it's ideal if you get your Manta before you start fighting, but, like, being able to just boots of travel into a fight that's happening and just clean up is huge. And you do a lot of damage for your team. And you're kind of hard to kill. The thing is, like, you don't want to just run in there. Like, you have to wait for that fight to start, and then you TP in, kind of like an anti-mage would. And when you have the Manta, you can just start sending illusions in to weaken the enemy team before the fight breaks out. But you honestly, you don't... you do, like, a fair amount with that Radiance. You just have to be very, very careful with your positioning. And, like, the Battle Fury is just
Oh boy,
sacrifice.
Dire's middle tower
And you
is
farm
under
way
attack.
faster. Well, it kind of depends. If your team's stacking for you a lot, like stacking
boy,
ancients,
Dire's middle tower is
stacking
under
everything,
attack.
the Battle Fury can probably farm that a little faster. But your team's not going to be stacking 24/7, right? So once the stacks go away, then the Radiance becomes quicker.
Radiant's
Because,
bottom
like,
tower
with
is under
like a
attack.
Radiance here, obviously that's not really completely fair. You can be reasonably close to a Radiance here. He's got 57 creeps now, so he's doing alright. And he's actually starting to kill the stacks now. Also, maxing acid helps you kill these a little quicker.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Without maxing it first. Otherwise, you can see, like, stacks take a little too long to kill.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You should not ever find yourself in a vulnerable position, low HP when you're not ulted. Or even low HP at all. You see how awkward this is, though? Like, those don't even die that quickly because you don't have attack speed to go with your Battle Fury. Like, look at your agi gain, it's like 1.2. Yeah, it's so low. So, like, even with the Battle Fury, like, you just kill stacks quicker. Kind of. Because you're cleaving your attacks. But your
middle
attacks
tower's
themselves
under
are
attack.
quite slow. So it's still not even great.
Dire's middle tower
Like,
is
yes,
under attack.
his team is, like, holding their own, but, like, he's 0-0-0 right
That
now.
force field leads me to believe that
Like,
Dire's middle
outcreep
tower
is
is
just,
under
like,
attack.
crazy, but honestly, that's expected.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, there's no reason for him to be in this smoke gank right now either. He doesn't do anything.
No.
Okay, you're gonna hit him with a 1-second stun. Alright, he, like, leaped forward. So it kind of worked out.
Radiant's middle
But,
tower
like,
is under
how much
attack.
gold did you
Dire's
get the
bottom
kill
tower
for?
is under attack.
I don't even
Radiant's
think
middle
this is the
tower
guy
is under
playing the Alch
attack.
asking about this based off what the post was. He just wanted to know. So he got it, but it's 250 gold. Like, we'll even say maybe that's like 350, 400 with the EXP, but like, that's legitimately you farming one camp. Like, it's not worth the rotation. They could have done that without you. Like, you were not
Radiant's
a
bottom tower is
necessity.
under attack.
Maybe you made him panic a little more, I don't
Under
know.
attack.
The Alchemist did not have to be there for that. She has to rush to a Blink Dagger. Could have just ran at him. If you knew his mana, you could have just ran at him. If you had the Radiance, and you probably could have killed him. Like, I don't want to keep harping on that so much, but like, it comes down to a lot of what you sacrifice.
Under attack.
It's a lot of like what you said. Okay, it's gonna blink now. So it's like almost like you want to do combat, but farming. It's really awkward. This is travel time.
Radiant's middle tower is under
I'm okay
attack.
with that. The thing is, like, you just you need attack speed to synergize
Radiant's
with your,
top tower is under
your Battle
attack.
Fury. Like, that's the thing, right? Without the attack speed, basically, like, not cleaving enough to really farm super fast. Like, it's, you kill that kind of fast. I won't even say that that's that much faster than with the Radiance, though. maybe 5 seconds faster, if even.
Oh, Radiant's top tower is under attack. Oh, Radiant's top
That's what I'll
tower
point
is
out the
under attack.
drawbacks. Like if you're trying to play this from a like
Oh,
it's
Radiant's
one,
top
it's
tower
not
is under
much
attack.
faster like
They don't
farming, and
even
two, it
care.
sacrifices your abilities to like be the other one's low like a lot of stuff on you. That's pretty good. I mean, not that you did that on purpose. That's like they watch. Ain't that like
Dire's middle tower is
Come
under
on,
attack.
get with it.
oh
Dire's
right, they have a
middle tower
tree.
is under attack.
Tower, yeah.
Oh, Dire, you gotta
That's
fortify
kinda
them, their
awkward.
structures. Oh boy, Dire's
Just
middle
ignore this
tower is
guy.
under attack.
Like you're against the Nature's Prophet, or not Nature's Prophet. This fucking thing. Tree and protector. There we go.
Dire's top
So he just
tower
heals
is
up
under
all the
attack.
damage you. Like when you're at a tower, kill a tower. Do not chip damage a tower. It's horrible. You need to take your objectives as fast as possible. You just like when you're there, just take it. You can't chip it because like when you get to like the 22, 25-minute mark and like you haven't taken a tier 1 yet, it's a problem. Like they're in like a similar situation where they've taken their lane objectives, but you guys have had like more kills, I guess. But you just haven't turned the kills into objectives. I mean, the goal advantage doesn't count. The experience advantage kind of shows it. Your team's a little ahead.
Oh boy, Dire's bottom tower's getting hit.
Well, like look at this here.
Killing spree, whoa!
Okay, net worth
Rascals are
right
hitting Dire's bottom tower.
12k.
A gift from the
12k.
Tempest.
Oh right. Yeah, the bank.
Dire's middle tower's under attack.
Like you can't push a tower well. You can't fight well. You could farm okay. Like that's all you can do. And like he's getting the moon shard to balance this out. But like look at his HP. He's got
Radiant's middle tower is
got
under attack.
1100
Oh
HP.
man, what? Get up
Like,
on out
Zeus
of
can
here, cause
ult.
Radiant's Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And
Oh, Radiant's middle tower.
80% of your HP is
Dire's top tower's under attack.
Let's back up and look at that. Like Alchemist is purely follow-up after
Radiant's
a
middle
fight
tower
starts
is
out.
under attack.
He's charging and he just jumps into 4
Jeez,
people.
Radiant's middle
He's
tower
the
just
least
got
important
wrecked.
person. He's failed. Oh,
Dire's top tower
it's
is
easier
under
to talk
attack.
about that more. Okay, my sneeze on the way, so we're just gonna talk about that more. So, we're kind of talking about it. Like, you can TP into team fights, but you're always follow-up. You can't initiate the Alchemist because you explode. Like, if he had a heart here or something, like, yeah, maybe you can jump in there. Or if he actually just rushed a BKB, he could probably jump in there and just not die. Like, rushing BKB is retarded, but, like, if he had... Does he have a moon shard now? No. But if he had, like... I guess you could say BKB instead of travels and hyperstone or something, then they can't kill him. But, like, you just have to think about their damage. Like, he just has a veil and, like, 2 abilities, and, like, I'm not even joking when I say it's, like, 80% of your life gone. If you get 1100, he's got 1 level of this, which is going to remove 5% per ability, which is, like, 550, just, like, 100 damage. These are 350 each. He's got the veil on you, so you don't actually have any resistance. I think it's, like, 6%, but... But it's like literally 70% of his HP. So like let's say Zeus already bolted and ulted. That's funny. Good tongue twister. Let's say you already bolted and ulted, and you load a concoction and jump in after that. Like, you still have a substantial amount of burst from a gyrocopter, but it's kind of manageable if more people are in there, right? It's not the end of the world. But like, let's say like the CK runs in there with his huge HP and like his illusions, and the Zeus bolts like the wrong one, and ults already, and then you're there regenning, and then like 3 seconds later you're able to blink it. Like, that's the ideal fight for you. But at the end of the day, you still have the Battle Fury, so you don't really do a ton of damage. Like, you're kind of concoctioning and aciding and hopefully chopping down one person. But like, that's how you need to approach. Like, that's how that fight goes successful. You're jumping in, like, even if you hit a 4-man concoction, you're still gonna die here. Like, you don't attack fast enough, you don't do enough damage to actually kill people. Like, even if you hit, they're all on top of each other, you hit a 4-man concoction, max duration, I'd say you don't even kill them if you die anyway. Because there's no follow-up here anyway. This minus win ranging. There's no real follow-up here at all. CK's in a different lane. So you're just going like 1v4. Is it 5? I don't think it's 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. What are we missing? Enigma? Oh, Enigma's hidden. Crouching Tiger, hidden Enigma.
Whoa, 40 after across the top hill. I've seen a ton of different realities, let me tell you.
Yeah, so this is
Dyer's
like
top tower is
definitely
definitely not a remarkable
catastrophic
moment
mistakes.
at all.
Like
in
you
any
should
way,
actually
shape,
have
or
like
form.
10 creeps in it right now. Like that gank cost you probably like 20.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
Rick, he's dominating now. He's
Kill.
dominating.
People down a little too much.
What a mess.
Like taking the objectives, like the tier 1 there.
Radiant
let's
just
look at this
fortified
map,
their
too.
structures. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This is not gonna die. That's almost full HP again.
Dyer's top tower is under
That's
attack.
800 or 1300.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Like part of ratting and playing a rat hero.
Jeez, Radiant's middle
I
tower
won't say
just got
like an
wrecked.
alchemist, but like. I
Radiant's
don't
middle tower
know
is under
really
attack.
rat too well with this build. But yeah, like part of that is like forcing them to TP back and defend objectives, and taking those objectives when they refuse to do so. And like particularly against the tree and protector, you need to force way more objectives. Like you had this down to 300 HP and then chased Marana.
Oh,
Even if you
Radiant's
kill
top
that
tower
Marana,
is under
getting this
attack.
is like 1200 gold for your team. Killing the Marana is like 300 gold for you. And then killing this also means you'll get the next creeper, which is another like 300
Oh,
gold
Radiant's
for you.
top tower
There's like
is
no real reason to
destroyed.
kill the Marana except out of like principle. I love when fucking just rushing. What is this block? Oh, I won't get shackled. You get a man move, it's the same thing. Gibby does the same thing. I mean, it's still it's terrible. Oh, this is terrible. Oh, I can't get glimpsed back. You're support. Who cares?
Oh,
Right?
Radiant's
Yeah,
top
she's
tower is
support.
under attack.
Like, that's not important. I see it so often. Like, to block such trivial things. Okay, you can't be safe. He's your biggest threat. This TPN's a mistake. You can be splitting bottom right now, but instead he's like looking for this. Like, his team has this Zeus dead right. They did not need help. Okay, I think if we have another one. That's awkward. You know you're gonna be talking to yourself here, so there's no reason. They're taking a fight back. Like, the only reason this is going well is because they're going like
Double kill. Oh, man.
Now I was stressed, like they didn't need you. Like you got the two
Dyer's
kills
middle
here,
tower
but you
is
basically
under
just took
attack.
them from your team. Your team was gonna get those whether the Alchemist was there or not. The Radiant Spurt didn't help, those people couldn't, and you don't have a Radiance, you know? Even if you had like a Radiance,
Dyer's
like the
middle
better
tower
I
is
am,
under
it would have mattered. That's what I wanted to get at. Your team 100% has this mid tower.
Looks like Dyer's structures are fortified.
It's another thing where you just
Oh
don't.
boy, Dyer's middle tower is under attack. Dyer's middle tower just took a big beating. Oh, jeez, Morty, they're going after Dyer's middle tower.
You have travels, but you're not using them correctly. Like, you haven't been TPing two things. Like, a big part about travels is, like, you're pretty much
Dyer's
always gonna
bottom
have your
tower is
TP
under
up,
attack.
and you can go a lot of... It's a gyro. Don't really have to be scared of just a gyro. So you're a coward. Where are we going here? What are we doing? Are we gonna try and go for a kill here? Like, you don't really... What does this gyro have? Drums on. Probably can't kill him. Maybe with the max concoction. Maybe. And you get acid down first. But you just TP home? You just TP home. Like, this is wasted potential. Like, you could have farmed out the entire woods, figured out what that gyro is going to do, because that gyro can't feel safe farming much farther. So you just farm out your whole woods and go back to the land, and then keep this pushed in. And then you travel top and do the same thing, and like try and force this tower. This is your ward? This is your team's ward, right? You know where all of them are right now. Like, he's passively farming ancients.
Dyer's top tower is under
You're just
attack.
so far behind, and you're not doing anything to like win the game. Like, you're increasing your net worth, but not fast enough. And the fights he showed up to, he didn't need to. Like, he could have been still pushing. It's important to assess those things. Like I said, with his build, he wants to TP in after fights break out. You do not want to be. You should kill the little one first, and then start targeting the big one, because that'll cause us to spawn the two skeletons on an Alchemist. That's like another 600 60 gold. 72 gold. Actually, it's more. It's like the skeletons are worth like 13 each or something. So it's a little more than 70.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
It's like 90.
Morty, who was that?
I don't know. He's pretty tight.
Morty.
Killing.
Oh, he didn't. You get the armlet, so you turn the
Radiant's
armlet on,
bottom
and then you
tower's
use your
under attack.
ultimate. And when you have your ultimate on, or sorry, your illusions don't tick down from this being on. So like, ulting without putting your armlet on,
Radiant's
it's like
bottom
wasting the point
tower
of
is
getting
under
the
attack.
because it increases your illusion strength by so much. I was telling him. He's
Dyer's
like,
middle
"Use your
tower is
illusions,
under
get the
attack."
creep, dog." I guess you could say you didn't
Oh my
win the
god!
fight here, but if
Four
Black Hole's down,
in a row. That's
and,
he's
like,
now
the important
dominating.
people are dead,
He's
you could've
dominating
pushed
Rick.
here. Like, you're an alchemist. Like, you're farming when they're all dead right now. You could have pushed up this so easily and taken that tower. You had a fair amount of time with the gyro being dead. And like, yeah, he might be able to TP there, but as soon as you see him respawning, you just leave. Black Hole's down. The only way he dies, you get hit by a 5-second arrow, right? Even then, you might not die if your ult's up. So this is still the awkward part because we're 25 minutes in, and this is due to farming inefficiency and your item build. You don't have survivability. You have like small amount of damage.
Let thy healing begin.
Shit, we got the stack off. Accelerate this again. Like you're a fair amount ahead on net worth, so like within the skill bracket, that's probably not like the worst thing, right? So like I should try and consider things within context. Like you're still heavily out farming the enemy team, but like you're just not you didn't approach that one fight right, and you didn't show up with that's a bad
Tower's under attack.
Sorry, you showed up to things you shouldn't have, and you didn't approach that one fight right here. And by that fight, I mean that thing that shouldn't have been a fight. So like right now, you can
Dyer's middle tower's under
you can
attack.
tank a little bit.
Go, killing spree. Oh, everyone bow down. Oh, she accident. It was an accident. Double kill.
I mean, your team just doesn't have attention there, I guess. No dust. Team equals shit. So good.
Oh, Radiant's top tower is
Like
under
you
attack.
haven't. To put this in perspective,
Man, you might as well save that energy.
like you haven't done.
because
Like you're finally
Radiant's
still
just
pushing now,
fortified their
but your team just
structure.
lost a huge fight,
Dyer's middle tower.
and they're not getting
Oh,
out of
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Huh. Dyer's middle
We got a
tower.
tier 2 for
It's
us, that's
gone.
okay.
Dyer's middle tower's under
That might be
attack.
sarcastic.
Oh, Radiant's
like,
top tower is
that
under
was like the
attack.
best you could have hoped for. That
Oh boy,
that was a
Dyer's
great
middle
play.
tower's under
Radiant's
attack.
bottom
And he's gonna
tower
go.
is under attack.
Oh, not good.
Like it's very safe to farm here because you know they all left here, and even if someone TP down here, which would be really stupid when a group was pushed, the whole jungle's at your disposal. If you really walk back for this courier, why the fuck do you have a courier if you're gonna walk back to get items? You just lost farming out like 2 more camps from walking back to do that.
It was gratitude.
And you dicking around here again. So when you're playing farm intensive heroes like an anti-major and an alchemist, it's like all about being as efficient as you can at certain points in time. And
That's
fuck
We should start calling this person triple kill. Because they got a triple kill.
You guys walked like single file. You're actually doing fine. You need to creep cut here though.
We'll take that.
You didn't creep cut. Here you just go back to where the tower. I don't even know if you grab the creep with it.
Oh, Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
This is another thing. Like if you had
Radiant's middle
Manta
tower
here,
is
I
under
don't mean
attack.
to keep harping on that.
Oh, Radiant's middle tower is
That's always so
destroyed.
annoying. They just casually throw that out. If you have like a Manta
Whoa,
Radiance,
bottom
you
tower's
can
under
like
attack.
defend safely and just send illusions one by one, like single file. And it hurts them a lot. They blink. Obviously blink. So it's only stopping me getting the blink, but that's like kind of a big deal. Because even if he BKBs, it's 2 more seconds, assuming you're not targeting him, he can't do anything. Or can't blink in.
Radiant's bottom
That's
tower
enough
is under
to
attack.
Delta split or whatever.
Dyer's middle tower's under attack.
Couldn't do much about Radiant's bottom tower, could you?
So you get to a
Dyer's
point
middle
now where you
tower's
can like
under attack.
kill single targets.
Shadow.
Dire's top tower is under
No
attack.
one has protection.
Morty, watch out! It's a killing spree!
Oh,
Good boy,
Dire's
can't believe
Lord.
it. What a wonderful thing.
Oh my god. We talked about this objective thing. Like, you have an Enigma dead with the black hole up. All you had to do is push that with your team, and it's a free objective right there. That was just super stupid. Super stupid. It's fucking dumb. Like, you just... So now when you need to take objectives, you're farming. And we smoke now. Are we going there? Fuck is ringing the bell. You smoke rogue. It means you ran past it. Oh, never mind, you broke it when you killed the Aquila. Are you not gonna? What is this? You could have just killed that in like 3 seconds.
Whoa, Dire's
See what
bottom
that's at?
tower's
Oh,
under
this is this
attack.
This is dumb too.
Oh, jeez,
I
Morty,
mean,
they're going after
oh,
Dire's bottom tower.
So, we could have just gone for the Maelstrom. I don't know if this is a Deso or a Maelstrom, but you don't need the Ags for the Maelstrom to be effective. This is kind of good. You abandon the Roshan and you just start splitting again, which is fine. But
Ally disappear.
like if you just like nutted up, went in there, smoked instead of killing that fucking Ring of Aquila. I don't think they even have vision in the area.
Double kill. Oh, man.
Wait, no, hold on! He's unstoppable! Oh, Radiant's bottom tower is Radiant just fortified their structures! You know what I'm talking
You lost
about?
stun, man. Think twice about moving forward.
Oh, Radiant's top tower is under attack! Radiant's top tower
Where are
is
these people
gone!
gonna learn?
Radiant's bottom tower
When are
is
these
completely
people gonna
gone!
learn?
Basically, you move forward.
What's up with Radiant? Their top barracks are getting attacked! Well, there goes Radiant's top barracks! Did you see what they did?
Frankly, Morty, no.
I don't know if you know this, but Radiant's top barracks are getting attacked. Radiant's top barracks have fallen.
That
Oh, you're the jet.
the prize is mine.
Hey, get fucked. People are kind of openly talking about it now. I want to stress, like, that's not even a lot of farm. Like, under 10 creeps a minute, when all you've been trying to do is, like, farm all game is really, really bad. Like, I pointed it out a little bit before. Of him just, like, TPing wrong. Like, when you add, like, those individually probably aren't the worst things in the world. When you add them all up, I'm not even joking to say, it probably cost him, like, 150 creeps at that point. Even with the Battlefield, which I think is inferior to farming, after you have Manta, it's still bad. So the Battlefield should still be because you have travels in a blink, so you can move between camps ridiculously fast. And you have your ult, so you're super fast to begin with. Whatever. No reason to harp. I know he dies a couple more times. I'm assuming it's a death, buyback, death. That ends the game here. Looks like what it's gonna do. Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, that is. This is his ending items. Actually, no, he gets an AC.
Those little rascals are hitting Dire's bottom tower.
Another thing. I know I said I wasn't gonna harp on this, but I'm going to. Not having the Manta means you have to really see it. It's your hero itself that has to push. But like if you have the Manta, you can like push this in and play a little more aggressively. Like you can run up to this tower with your hero, Manta, and send illusions up to the left and up straight, and hopefully see people TPing in and trying to set up on you, or if they're waiting there or whatever. You sure can kill those ancients fast. They were all the way up here. The CK ult and the CK ult's now down. Now you're in a weird position. Like when you were up top, you could have taken that tier 2, and if they tried fighting there, you might have been able to get a rags. Because you left, your team couldn't fight, and couldn't try and take the objective. That's so sad. I hate getting hit by rags.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Morty, riggedy, smell it. Smell of freshly slaughtered bodies.
Might as well save that energy.
Oh boy, Dire's
because
middle
Radiant's
tower
just
is under
fortified
attack.
their structure. Man,
Shit,
Radiant's barracks are getting attacked. I didn't think Radiant's bottom barracks would go that quick. Radiant's
Wow,
top
that's, like,
barracks
really
have fallen. Radiant's middle barracks are as good as gone. Radiant's middle barracks. Radiant's middle tower is
Me
under
the whole
attack.
time. You're right, man. You've had
Radiant's
8
middle
kill
tower is under
contributions,
attack.
you used 20.
Radiant's ancient is under
Talk
attack.
about like fucking attitude. One, you didn't dominate mid, even though the Zeus was bad. You could have gotten like 70, 80 creeps. You had 50. That's whatever. Yeah, that doesn't. You double them up in mid laning creeps, and we'll give you credit for that. But like the mid game fights were played wrong. You didn't split push enough. You didn't force objectives when you could, and like not forcing objectives is just a huge problem. You could have killed this tier 1 earlier, which opens up your team for these smoke rotations. It gives you more. I can't even fucking look at this. It's so stupid. I hate this client sometimes.
Hey, just so you know, Radiant's ancient's under attack. You know that could.
So like if you take this tower,
Dire's
it
middle
opens
tower
up
is
your
under
team's
attack.
Couldn't do
ability to
much
go
about
here. You
Radiant's
have that
bottom
at,
tower, could you?
17, 15
Dire's
minutes,
middle
somewhere in
tower
that
is under
area.
attack.
You like kind of want to fight here, but then you chase them around.
Shadow.
Dire's top
That's
tower
a
is
huge
under
problem
attack.
because
a good
it
Oh
limits
jeez, it's a
their
killing spree.
Dire's top
movements,
tower is
and
fallen.
it's really
Oh
like
boy,
taking a
Dire's
tier 1
middle
tower
tower
is
is
really
under
annoying
attack.
because it's uphill. So like when you have the opportunity to do it, just fucking do it, man. And like when you're ratting, you'll occasionally get an opportunity to kill mid towers, but like the top ones are much easier for you to get. Because people are always in proximity to this. From top lane, it's only there. From bottom lane, it's only there. So people can rotate on you if you're there for too long. And because you have this guy, you usually have to do it for a fucking bit of time. But like here, yeah, you do that right in front of the Nocturne. If you just walk into that, acid it, ulted, you kill this very quickly. But you're not using your acid. Acid's negative 7 shot. Removes all his bonus on it. They got rid of that. But instead, you told them you were there.
Oh boy, Dire's bottom tower's getting hit.
It's fucking stupid.
Dire's
sorry, I
bottom
was
tower is
going
under
down
attack.
there. But yeah, that was stupid. Keeping here is fine. Kill her. She's oh no, she's only. I mean, for all that matters, right? Like, it's stupid. I'll stand by that. You can solo her.
Ally.
All you have to do is luck basher with a basher. Blow the abyssal active, concoction her, and solo for another dash.
Level up and
Holy crap, Ricky's unstoppable.
It's going to like bring it out here. So there are a lot of like bad TPs where you TP way too early into fights. Like I said, Alchemist's job when he's in his weak phase where he doesn't have a lot of HP and they have nukes to blow you up. Your goal is to TP in after fights break out and act as cleanup. That's it. It doesn't matter if you have Battle Fury or Radiance or whatever. That's how you have to play it. Particularly when you get the Blink Dagger, because that's letting you do that follow up from like super far away. The point of the Blink Dagger is so you can just like run up. The point of the Blink Dagger is so you can oh, my brain's farting. The point of the Blink Dagger is so you can just blink in after shit's going down, or surprise people and don't run up and let them anticipate you. It's a huge positioning tool, and it's good on the Alchemist, but you want it to synergize with you being able to actually do damage. It's not the worst thing in the world to get, I'm not trying to say that. I'm just saying you have to use it correctly, otherwise it's like, why did you get it? lot of times, like, remember when I yelled at you for getting the fucking heart? Like, you could have farmed out everything, pushed in this way, but instead you walk back to base to get your heart. Like, you have a courier. Why, what's the point in doing that? You didn't split push hard enough. I don't know, I pointed out so many other times, but, like, that's the general idea. Like, you need to split harder, you need to make better decisions, you need to fight when you're supposed to. You killed the Enigma and then chose not to take it tier 2. If you go on this tier 2 and their team decides to defend this 4v5, and you win that fight, that's a Rax. That's 100% a Rax. Your hero kills Rax pretty fucking quickly. You got a Wind Ranger with an axe, you also kill things pretty fucking quickly. All you had to do was be there. CK, if his ult's still up, kills Rax pretty fucking quickly. All you had to do was try and fight there. And you either A, get a free tier 2, or B, get a team fight that you want. It's so brainless to fight there. And instead you TP bottom and start farming. Even though you haven't farmed efficiently for like the entire time preceding that, you now decide it's time to creep. It's very silly. It doesn't matter if you're twice the highest net worth on their team when your team's just suffering and losing fights and you're not taking objectives. Like if you ratted successfully, let's just pretend we took all the outer tier towers, that's like another 1400 gold for your team. 1400, and that's like 1000 gold or something for your team. So you could have gotten your team like 14, 20,000, 3,800 gold, which eliminates, well, it kind of minimizes their advantage. It's level a little bit because you're an alchemist, so you're naturally supposed to be winning in gold, but they're losing in everything else. Okay, they're not losing in experience, but like your team is super far behind them, right? We can see that on here. It's Stew when you're an alchemist. Yeah, I keep bringing money. I like literally so if you get that net worth for your team, like maybe that's a finished Desolator or whatever the hell she's buying. Maybe that gets him a point booster so he can survive a little more and get him well on his way to his ags. Maybe that's a little faster heart for him. And I don't know, go Scepter? I don't know what this guy. Yeah, 4 staff? It's a 4 staff. I mean it's that number collectively, so it's like 4k collectively. So you divide that by 5, so each one of them gets like an extra 800,000 gold or something. So it's really, really nice. It's something you gotta think about. Like taking objectives when your team is behind and you're a batting hero like an anti-mage or Alch or whatever. Taking those towers gets your team net worth and desperately needed. Like that lets your supports finish like urns, 4 staffs, whatever. And it lets your other cores maybe finish another key item that they've been working on. And that's just so important. Like I can't stress it enough. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. Like, taking those towers isn't just like, oh, I took a tower. Like, it gives the team energies and the money that they desperately need. Alright, I kind of think we beat this to death. I've kind of been almost like 10 minutes. Just to summarize real quick. Item build, it's terrible. Very inefficient. The way he tried fighting early on, like that blink forward, cost him a lot. Like, any little... When you're a hero like an Alchemist, any unnecessary death is really, really bad. You don't want to feed away your triple their net worth or whatever. Over double their highest net worth. You don't want to feed away that AoE gold because there's a calculation that involves your net worth, which is why Alchemist is really weak. So they just increase the amount at which he gains net worth to kind of balance it out, but that just means you feed them more gold. So the hero comes into, like, if you have really good carry mechanics like farming and playing safe and knowing how to initiate in fights, knowing how to get into fights safely, you can really abuse this hero and look like unstoppable. But when you start feeding needlessly, and like it's only 1 death, but it was a really, really bad death. Like, you jumped into 4 or 5 people by yourself, stunned a tree. And even if you got a 4 or 5 man stun, if you got the 4 or 5 man stun, you're not killing him because you have battle for. And like, I don't think there's any item combination at that point in the game that's gonna let you kill all of them before they kill you. And even if you kill 1 or 2 of them and trade it for yourself, it's still probably not worth it. And I think you'd be lucky killing one of them. So there was that, which was really bad. There was the farming patterns, which you just have to work on, like going from middle to these camps and then abusing the whole jungle, like utilizing the whole jungle while pushing in creep waves, like making sure you're looking at the timer in association to when these camps are going to spawn and where you should be pushing. Like, this timer's about to start anyway, and just TP bottom, push bottom, and then start chipping on the tower, and then when someone TPs to deal with the tower, then you go back and farm out the whole woods. because you could farm out the whole woods in probably like 45 seconds. Yeah, you have the battle phase, so you can blink to this one, farm that, quelling into this, farm that, blink to this one, farm it, run to this one, blink to that one, and then you go middle, or you go ancients, or you go top, whatever. Like, you have to think about things like, can I really not draw right now? This pisses me off. I hate this game sometimes.
Radiant's bottom tower
like
is
I'm
under
saying,
attack,
let's say
man.
they-
Get up
let's
on
say
out of
you're-
here, because
you're sitting
Radiant
in
just
base.
fortified their structures.
And you have boots of travel. Like, your boots here, it's 55 seconds.
Oh,
TP
Radiant's
this
top
quick way.
tower is
Push
under
him all the way to
attack.
the tower,
Oh,
so you
Radiant's
shoot
top
the
tower
Which
is
one
Radiant's
is
top
worse than
tower is
TP?
completely
Stop
gone.
killing
Crazy
the
fake
tower.
nonsense.
Or if they don't, you kill the tower, right? You just walk
Well,
to the
there you
towers.
go.
And
Radiant's
as soon
top
as you see that
barracks is
person
getting
TP in,
attacked.
you just
Well,
walk
there
away.
goes Radiant's top
Blink here,
barracks.
farm that. Pulling this, farm that. Blink here, farm that.
Vanish.
Run here, farm that. And that'll only take you about 35 seconds to do. Maybe when you get to this camp, you might be able to
The
stack it.
prize is mine.
Might not have enough actually. Yeah. His GPM is only 800. Like, I lose games with like 900 GPM on Alchemist. Like, that usually means like if a game goes like past 35 minutes and I don't have over 1,000 GPM, I'm doing bad in the game. Because you should be able to hit 1,000 GPM pretty easily on an Alchemist. I think I usually get like between 1,000 and like 1,200. It's usually my range on a winning Alchemist game.
Well, that could be a
And
treat.
like when you're sitting at 800, it's kind of bad because it means you're not farming enough. You're not getting enough. Anyway, so like